welcome back to Dirt Driven. We've got the opportunity of a lifetime that came up, and that is why you've been seeing me rush the 8300 project just to get it usable. Yeah, it's not perfectly done yet, but look at this. 70 acres of tillable farm ground that I got the opportunity to farm this year, and I couldn't be pumped up anymore. I got this opportunity off Facebook, of all places, so that's pretty wild. If you guys are watching this channel and you want to farm yourselves, make a Facebook post. You never know what can come of it. There's 70 acres. This field we're standing in right now is the biggest chunk. It's 50 acres. I'll be throwing some drone footage up. And then we've got 15 acres spread out in small fields. The biggest of those I think is 10 acres. So we're going to be chiseling. You guys will see later in the video why we're going to be chiseling. But this ground has been no-tilled beans 3 years in a row, and the landowner has asked us to plant corn in it. So that's the plan, and that's why I've been rushing. And he had 5 people to choose from, and he chose me. So I'm pretty excited about that. Tillers are probably screaming at the screen right now because look at this perfect ground that we have that we're chiseling. And here's an example of why. All these roots, and we knew that when we did our soil samples and we were pulling roots out of the cores 30 foot into the field that we need to do something with these field edges. I wish I had a big ripper. All I have is this chisel plow. But you can tell it's still working. It's pulling up some big old roots, and this is really going to save our yields all the way around the fields. Because here in Missouri, we farm a bunch of small fields. The one we're in right now is about 10 acres, surrounded by trees on all sides of it. So this should really help, especially when we get into July and we're really needing some rain. It'll keep the crops from getting starved out by the tree line. We're farming! We're farming! Pulling some roots up. Look at that. Goodness gracious. That cheap chisel plow works pretty dang good. Hooked up to that cheap insurance tractor. What do you think of all those roots?
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. I don't think it's ever been done.
No, no.
You see me hit that tree?
You hit a tree with the tractor?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I hope it didn't scuff it up too much. You did it right up here.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, man.
No, it's hilarious. Not driving over here the first like 5 bumps we hit. The whole glass is falling out of the. It was just like just raining glass.
Raining glass.
Out of the ceiling.
I don't know how the old timers did it. great though. I've been cooped up in that cab too long.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
That's insane.
That is
Someone
crazy.
someone was farming that.
Yep.
Let's toss her in the trees over here. Welcome to the gun show.
Holy moly.
Good riddance. That's a monster.
That thing.
That'll rob some water.
Holy moly.
There's another big root ball down here. Oh yeah, right there. See if you can pull this one up.
How about this?
Holy cow. Oh, that was sawed
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't think we did this.
Oh my goodness.
That's old.
Prehistoric right there.
Yeah, that's probably a T-Rex bone or something. I just threw it in the bush.
Call the Smithsonian out here.
Yeah. Actually, don't call them because they'll stop this
Some more.
operation.
Yeah, they will.
Look at that. Is it logging down here or what?
Goodness gracious. Send help.
Holy moly. Look at that.
That's crazy.
That is good for small cattle right there. That's big.
Some giant roots. Look at those roots. Got stuck on one over there. That looks like a washout. Yeah, this field's pretty nice, 50 acres, just odd shape. I have to stop every once in a while and shake the big old root balls off this chisel. Getting along in this 50 acre patch though. Well, I got a lap chiseled around this 50 acre field and the sun's going down. It's a little late in the day, so I'm gonna keep on moving to the smaller fields. I'd like to make 2 laps around this if I can, but I pulled up a bunch of roots. So really happy with the job I did get done on this 50 acre patch. Should help our yields around the edges of the field quite a bit. You'll see that the last renter didn't even combine their soybeans because they didn't grow back there. We'll see what we can do with it this year. I'm pretty excited for the challenge. But this is a pretty decent patch that wraps around a pond that the landowner built right there and then goes up and kind of forks around that group of trees up there. Got into some clay over here, but otherwise, tractor's doing good, chisel's doing good, and the ground doesn't seem to be too bad. We'll we'll see what it yields this year. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow along, because I'll be talking through what I plant, what fertilizer I use, how much it costs, all that stuff. That way you guys can do this on your own whenever you guys find an opportunity to farm. She's pulling hard. She's clogging. Staying cool too. Well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here because it's getting dark. The tractor did really good. We didn't have any problems out of the front end. It stayed cool. It pulled really hard. This ground's hard pan is pretty high up and there was a lot of roots along the tree line. Nobody's come through and chiseled this or ripped it, probably ever, I'm guessing. But we do have a hydraulic leak on the rear end. I'll show you guys that real quick. If you remember in one of the videos I talked about having a hydraulic problem, I got a hose tip stuck in there that won't release and it's leaking fluid, so I could tell the tractor's a little low. I ended up having Andrew coming out here to bring me oil so I could drive it back home. Look at this. How cool is this? This is my first farm ever and I'm renting it. It's tough to buy farm ground. We'd love to buy our own ground. Andrew and Tucker are working, trying to buy their own, and I had this opportunity to fall in my lap, and it's like I can't pass it up. So we're renting to start our farming operation, and you guys can do the same. It's not always going to look like what you planned or envisioned. You just got to take the opportunity when it comes. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Well, I thought the video was going to be over. I let Andrew take it for a spin, and he popped one of the shanks. Look at that. Broke a bolt, but we're in some really heavy roots right now along this tree line, so I'm not upset about it. We're almost done. We're still ripping with all these. I mean, look at those root balls. Too much power out of the 8300. We'll get this fixed up, no problem.